When Taylor Swift asked the Detroit crowd, "Is there anyone here tonight who went to a great amount of effort to be here this evening?" The answer was simple, yes. My friend flew 1,179 miles from Florida for the show. A woman on my flight brought her grandsons in from Jamaica. A mother and daughter sitting in my section at the concert were visiting from Mexico. And I flew 3,748 miles from London for a total of 47 hours just to see the sold-out show. It was one of those nights we wouldn't be sleeping. Was the commute, jet lag, and high price tag worth it all? All I can say is I was enchanted to be there. So grab your passport and see how I spent 47 hours in Detroit. When Taylor announced the Eras Tour, I fully intended to wait until she played in the UK, especially after Ticketmaster Qagate left so many US-based Swifties brokenhearted. But then her tour kicked off and my social media feeds were flooded with footage of her 44-song set, performed without any breaks for 3 hours straight. It quickly became clear that it would be a cruel summer if I didn't see the show. Thankfully, my best friend Teresa agreed. After one FaceTime call in April and a few glasses of wine later, we purchased the cheapest resale tickets we could find. Night 2 at Ford Field in Detroit, Michigan. I cashed in my credit card reward points for a round-trip JetBlue flight to the Midwest, and Teresa managed to secure a reservation at the Aloft David Whitney, a less than 10-minute walk from the venue, for the night of the show. Day 1. On Friday, June 9th, I boarded my 7 a.m. flight from Heathrow for what would end up being the longest weekend getaway of my life. I landed in Boston around 9 a.m. local time. Long story short, my connecting flight was delayed multiple times, and I now know the layout of Logan Airport's Terminal C all too well. A lounge visit, 4 margaritas, and about 10 hours later, I finally made it to Detroit. To cut back on cost and maximize sleep, we stayed at the Delta Hotel at the airport that first night. Teresa burst through the hotel room door around 11 p.m. and embraced me in a hug. It had been months since we last saw each other. Both exhausted, we went to bed and woke up around 8 a.m. to prep for the show. I looked over at her and squealed, "Today's the day." Fueled by Starbucks cold brew, we turned our room into a crafting center. We made t-shirts in an attempt to recreate Taylor's iconic 22 music video look and decorated our clear stadium-approved handbags with lyrics from her Midnights album. We tried on a series of Eras-inspired outfits, putting on a fashion show for each other, before ultimately settling on a bejeweled aesthetic. Yes, we did make the whole place shimmer.